I didn't plan on talking about the Knicks, but have you seen that they've been falling apart? And I think what we've been saying about them defensively is starting to really show through lately.
I mean, I'm not going to put any stock in last night's game against the Warriors because Brunson didn't play.
They're falling apart outside of that too.
Okay.
Yeah, he did twist his ankle the game before.
Yeah. So, he only played less than 5 minutes in that game, and they lost against the Kings.
I mean, like, it's just rough with Brunson and Cat defensively. And to make, like, to win a championship.
I honestly don't see as much of the issues defensively with him as much as I do Cat, honestly. He's able to kind of hang out, be in the corners, like sort of not get completely lit up and, rotational wise stuff. So I think that Brunson's been okay. I think Cat's been the bigger issue defensively, which we've known. It's always been the thing with him. And it's partly because of the position he plays, right? He's got to cover some things if Robinson's not in there. And he's not great at that. And so it should be no surprise if we want to look at, if we had a rate, like who we point the finger at more. I just don't see as much with Brunson in terms of individual, like if you're grading each possession that gets scored on, Brunson isn't coming up as much.
He gives effort for sure. I mean, he is a guy that they hunt in pick and rolls, though.
Yeah.
Him and Cat.
Yeah, for sure, and as they should. And it would be nice if he could figure that out a little bit better. But he doesn't move. He got royally roasted on that when he went down. Didn't get a call. Didn't get back. Ball would have gone right to where he was. That's not good either. And he's an emotional player, right? Things bother him, things affect him. He can affect the team. So it's what you get when you get Cat. And at the best of the best, it's great. But I think the other issue with defensively is because he's not playing well offensively this year, certainly to his standards. If you look across the board, he's shooting career low from the field, and then average from 3-point land. It doesn't overcome the defensive issues like it used to.
Is it concerning that Mike Brown called him out for you?
Remember what happened last time Mike Brown called out a player of his?
What happened, Coach Nick?
Well, I believe it was De'Aaron Fox when he was in Sacramento when he didn't cover a three and they lost.
Is this a bad omen?
No, because he just got there. But, they fired Mike Brown soon after that, right?
They did.
And it was shocking in a way. And it was like, well, is it because he called out his star player and then publicly and maybe you shouldn't do that? And like, listen, I'm all for accountability, but you and I both know that it's not always productive to do it publicly. So I just kind of, as a blanket policy, I just wouldn't recommend doing that kind of thing. Even though, did you think Mike Brown was really did you think he lit him up in that press conference?
Lit him up? No. And you light people up. I don't think he lit him up, but he did say he lacked intensity and leadership. Paraphrasing here, but basically that's what he was saying.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Ted Lasso version of that, which would have been could have come out a little bit better. And so, because it would look bad if he said no comment, right? If he didn't want to comment at all, that isn't great either. So, it doesn't help the vibes, and vibes are really important. I mean, listen, I'm looking at my, oh boy, high school teams' vibes are really important. Like across the board, we all know, it can affect seasons and whole stretches of seasons and wins and losses. So, he would be best to figure out how to fix that. And get Cat in a more positive frame of mind. You might remember, in a different version of this, Randle would also let emotional stuff cloud the team, right? And we remember
his attitude has been a lot better lately. The T-Wolves are playing great. Anthony Edwards is playing at an MVP level. And I like the way he's distributing the ball better this year. That's actually a good segue. Who do you believe is a better player, Cat or Julius Randle?
Right, and then who won that trade? By the way, shout out to Randle for guarding Wemby down the stretch the other game and really just physical and playing and moving his feet and being legal guarding position. It was really terrific to see. So right now, I would say that Randle is having a better impact, and so the trade probably is in favor of the Wolves. They're just in the West. It's a little bit tough to see. Maybe we have to let this playoff season decide once and for all who won that trade, but. It does feel like Randall's been able to be in a better frame of mind longer and be able to give them what they need more so than what Cat is doing, at least this year. It's been okay for the Knicks, right? He's been doing well. It was kind of a nice balanced trade for a while. But if you notice, with the Randall stuff, the guys from Villanova would constantly be trying to keep him positive, and they would do everything they could to like dap him up and to give him hugs and the whole thing, because they knew you let him go dark, it can affect everybody. It's quite possible that Randle just sort of gotten over that a little bit better. It isn't always like that now in those funks. But they now have a similar issue with Cat, and it's probably a little bit harder to decipher what you got to do to keep him in a positive frame of mind, and then which would then yield like, playing harder and all that stuff.
Who's the better basketball player, Julius Randle or Cat?
Gosh, that's tough because Randle is just a beast, right? Offensively, he's a beast, but you know what Cat is too. Who would I like? Who do I like better? I suppose if you have to make a decision, and gosh, Randle sometimes settles for the mid range stuff, which I don't always like. But gosh, I would have to say if I'm preparing against those two players and who strikes more fear into me, I might have to go with Randle because his force. Right, he brings so much, force at the rim to you that you got to deal with, and probably bring a second defender. Cat maybe a little bit less so, but they're both really good. I mean, it's a tough one, but I might have to kind of lean barely to Randle.
I like Randle better because he could initiate offense a little bit better, and he's just a tougher player.
Yeah, I mean, physically, yeah, I can see that. You're right, and that's a real problem when you're dealing with game planning for the other team. But their stats are very similar, believe it or not.
Do you think this trade deadline will be active before we get out of here? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? You got the inside scoop, Coach Nick. What's happening out here?
Yeah, well, I mean, we know the Warriors are going to make a deal, but what's active these days? It's not going to. We used to have much crazier trade deadlines, and I know it feels like everyone's scared to make moves now. But I bet you we'll have a good juicy one. There might be maybe Giannis. Maybe Giannis gets moved.
Giannis. Where would he land? Well, you know what's crazy about the Giannis thing is I don't think the Knicks have a trade now that could even land Giannis.
I think Giannis wants to go there, right? We kind of
but I was saying trade Brunson for Giannis because Brunson and Giannis together is a bad fit because they both initiate offense. But I don't think the Bucks would take Brunson right now. He's just coming off an ankle injury. Why would the Bucks do that?
You're not trading Brunson. You can't trade Brunson. You can't. It's your MVP. He's the MVP.
Yeah, but would the Bucks even want him anyway?
Right. You had to trade Cat, and
do the Bucks want Cat?
For if it's between Cat and nothing, sure.
Okay, I get, but there is 29 other teams, and there's 3-team deals, and there's all. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want Cat's probably trade value is at its lowest right now.
Probably, but at least it aligns positionally, and they get a guy who in a different situation, where he could play alongside Miles Turner, or whatever. That works.
Wait, so you wouldn't trade Brunson for Giannis straight up?
No, I wouldn't trade Brunson. I think you trade Brunson, then that's it. Then the team that won't win anyway. I mean, Giannis, they'll win. I don't know. You need Brunson. Brunson's the guy. I can't believe they would ever consider trading him.
Brunson's the guy. That's a good thumbnail title right there. Brunson's the guy. There you go.
Pound for pound, he's the MVP because when I say that, I mean considering his size, he's the MVP of the league.
All right, so the video is going to be to preview it. It's going to be you going back and showing how Kuminga helped the Warriors win a championship, and then you got to find the flashes of greatness during the regular season and playoffs. I know he has some 30-point playoff games. He has stretches where he's averaging 20. And you got to show if this guy could actually be a star or not. Is it situational? That should be the video.
To help the Warriors front office is what you're saying.
Well, help yourself. It's going to be a great video, and it's the time. It's the zeitgeist.
Yeah, right. All right. I mean, listen, I'm in the middle of doing a Warriors zone defense breakdown, which I think might be. Oh boy, that was not a good look.
Yeah. You think that's more? You think that's more interesting than a Kuminga video right now?
I mean, you're probably right. I started doing it before you texted me to tell me to do the Kuminga video, so. I've already done 2 Kuminga videos. This is probably why, I'm like, I don't.
Hey, look, listen. I spam LeBron versus MJ on IG Reels. It works all the time. I could do it 20 times straight if I wanted to.
So I have to hire you as my
spam Kuminga, Coach Nick.
All right. Well, all right. I guess I'll dive into it. I mean, again, I have to get out the time machine here and find some old footage for it, man. It's got to dig it up. It's black and white, I think.
All right, are you available Tuesday for a live show? Because I think my Monday is going to be a little hectic. Are you available Tuesday? Or you have to look at your schedule?
I could, for
maybe
you.
Talk for off the pod. Maybe this is talk for off the pod.
I can make some time for you as always.
Okay. Thanks, Coach Dick. I really appreciate you, man. It's always great talking basketball with you.